Hey YouTube, let's go from the Friday Night Shooters. Today's video is going to be about the Rust update. There's been an update to the game, a patch I suppose you could also call it, which has changed three main things. One, the grass has changed. Two, the ability to craft a bed has now been included as opposed to a sleeping bag. And three, and probably most importantly, we can now put passcodes or combination lock codes on doors so that you can share them with friends, with colleagues. Now, first up, the grass. I think the grass looks way better. I don't know if this is in my head, but I believe it even sounds different when you run on the grass. It's like a more padded sound. I really like it. You can also duck down in the grass. I do it now in a moment. You can duck down and it looks like you're almost hidden. My only problem is not everyone's going to be running the grass, so you're at a disadvantage if you run the grass and other people are not running the grass. They can see things easier on the ground, like resources, wood, rocks. They can also see backpacks dropped by zombies, whereas you can't. And if you're silly enough to be crouching in on the grass to hide, they haven't got their grass turned on, then you're going to be dead pretty quickly. But I do like the grass. I just wish we were forced to use it rather than it being an option. Next up, we have the beds. Beds have been introduced as an addition. You still have sleeping bags, so I'm replacing my sleeping bag here with a bed. Bed takes 100 metal fragments and 40 cloth to make. 100 metal fragments, 40 cloth. Once you place it, as far as I'm aware, you can't move it. I tried moving this bed after I placed it several times. I was not able to get it to move, so I could be wrong there, but I don't think you can move them. I think they're a nice improvement to the game. They're staying with the character of the game. It looks like a prison bed. Looks a bit rough. It's not the most perfect bed in the world, but it's a huge improvement on sleeping on the floor, sleeping on a sleeping bag. As you can see, Hellinger there, right in front of me. He's logged out of the game, so he sleeps on the floor. Yes, I like the beds. I like the fact that if you have a nice new base, you can add a bed as opposed to a sleeping bag, showing it's a more permanent base. Is it a pain in the neck that you can't move the bed? Probably not, unless you misplace it in the when you're first placing it on the ground. When you first put your bed down, if you stick it in the wrong part of your base, you won't be able to move it, and that could be quite frustrating and resource hungry as well. Finally, and most importantly, the doors. You can see the metal door in the background there. You can now add a combination lock, a 4-digit code to doors. Anyone you share that code with, I believe there's no limit on the number of people, can then also use the door, meaning that groups can now work together on bases without having to have multiple entry doors. It's a huge positive change. I think it's a bit of a game changer, really. I'm delighted it's in. It's fun as well, and it's just going to help anyone who's playing in a group. I'm playing in a group at the moment where we used to have multiple doors. It was a pain in the neck. So, three main changes today. One was the grass. Huge improvement. Don't think many will use it, unfortunately. Next with the beds. Nice improvement, more aesthetic. May not be able to move the bed after you placed it. And finally, best improvement by far, the ability to share your doors. Let me know what you think about the update. Take care, guys.